Hey guys, so apologies for no reaction video this week. Unfortunately, the sound never came out on the video. Have the footage, just no audio. So I'm going to do this video just to kind of give my thoughts on the episode. So I found it really interesting throughout the episode, the conflict that many characters were feeling, whether it was between Tara and Jesus with, revenge versus trying to build a better world, trying to be better than Negan, trying to make a safer community that everyone, pitches in and everyone benefits. And you had Morgan, who was kind of just conflicted with his past self and his current self. He needs to try and find a middle ground between, you know, peaceful, kind of hippie-ish, everybody, love each other, and like full-blown murderer, just going through a compound, killing everybody, and then like walking outside, seeing your teammates like taking hostages and not just killing everyone that they come across, trying to be better, trying to do better. And we even see with Rick, that scene with the baby, oh my god, like that was gut-wrenching. Like, first of all, you have the scene with like discount version Rick. He's like pretty much fighting himself here, and like especially once we see the baby, this was just a dad willing to give up his life, willing to fight to the death to protect his daughter. And like that's exactly who Rick is. And it's like this guy just ended up in a different situation, and it's like what Rick could have been. He could have been on the side of the saviors, who knows. So I really like enjoyed all that kind of conflict, like Rick seeing himself and being like, oh my god, I just took another little girl's father. Throwback to Shane. But he really kind of looks at himself in the mirror and is just like, oh shit, Negan was going to do this to me, he was going to leave Judith and Carl without a father, all of this kind of stuff. So I think he's going to be kind of like Jesus and be like, look, we're trying to be better, we're trying to do better, we're trying to create a better world for these kids and not just tear their world apart. So I really loved that aspect of this episode. What I've loved the last two episodes is the idea of using the walkers as weapons, because, guns can do so much, but like if you're able to trap people at the sanctuary with a gigantic herd, or if you're able to hold back while, you take out people, avoiding headshots so that they turn and become an army against, like, who they were for before, kind of like in, Game of Thrones. You go up against the White Walkers and the White Walkers just turn you into part of their army. I did enjoy how kind of tactical that they have become, they've become quite, they seem like a well-oiled machine, when they were storming the satellite outpost and stuff. They're working well together, they're trying to be as efficient as possible. Like when they were all like spread out throughout the compound trying to take out everyone at the same time, and like going for the guns, which we know has been a big thing in the last like 2 seasons. When the wolves attacked Alexandria, it's what Carol did. She secured the armory, so that the wolves couldn't get into it and just annihilate them. I've loved seeing like how far the Alexandrians have come, like since season 5, when they were just kind of like, they had never really experienced any attack, they hadn't really experienced walkers, they were just kind of like living in suburbia in their own kind of little world with their parties and all that. But then they had like, you had Francine stepping up with Abraham at the construction site. You saw all of them stepping up during No Way Out and coming together and fighting. And like at this stage, they work really well together. And like you have Eric and Scott and Francine on the front lines during the battle. It's just been really cool to see like how far they've come since season 5. I'm heartbroken for Aaron about Eric, even though I saw it coming like throughout the whole episode, and I knew, like I said last episode, like his time is running out, and they had just all these meaningful looks between them. So I was just like, it was just a matter of waiting for when, but just Aaron, being there, and Aaron is going to be heartbroken, but it does pave the way for a possible Aaron Jesus relationship down the line, which I'm all for. R.I.P. Eric, probably. Like we haven't seen his death scene yet, but um, I'm guessing we're just waiting for him to like have kind of a big goodbye, or at least some kind of goodbye with Aaron before they actually show it. Kind of like with Bob. So after all the Morales jokes, memes, theories, every time there was a new character whose face we didn't see, YouTubers getting demented with like, what do you think happened to Morales questions, he's back and he's a savior. What the actual fuck? Like seriously, like where's his family? Like what happened to him? What made him decide to follow Negan? Was he there when Glenn was killed? Like what happened along the way to get him like this? It's like the opposite of Morgan. Morgan's in the first season, gone for ages, and he comes back this like peaceful Jesus type character with a bow staff. And Morales goes off, a nice family dude who helps out Rick in the city. He comes back as fucking one of Negan's soldiers in one of the outposts. Like, how? I need to find out how. I need to know what went on along the way. Hopefully not in a bottle episode though. Just slip in bits of like Morales' past. You know, we see him and we like flash back to, you know, maybe him losing his family or him coming across Negan for the first time. Um, I need to know somehow. I just don't want it to take up a full episode. How awkward would it be then catching up? Morales would be like, how's Dale, Andrea, Shane, Laurie, how's all the gang? I bet Carol didn't last long. And Rick just being like, yeah, nearly everyone's gone. Carol will burn you alive if you sneeze, and she single-handedly rescued us from a compound of cannibals and single-handedly defended our home against these psychotic people who just attacked when our defenses were down. Yeah, she took care of that just like it was nothing. Um, Everyone else is gone though. It's just me, Carol and Daryl. Yup. I know that Rick saying you're Morales, you were in Atlanta is like meant for the casual viewers who are just like, who the fuck is this dude? But it really made Rick seem kind of slow or like kind of crazy, and just like as if he's kind of like seeing through the crazy fog to like the life he once had. He was kind of like, you're Morales. If I was Morales, I'd be like, yeah, I fucking know. Shut the fuck up. I've got a gun on you. Like, he just seemed really slow there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how Rick and Morales' relationship goes from here. You know, is Morales going to go back to the survivors, or will he stay with Negan's group? You know, is he too far gone, or is he going to see now that, you know, there are still people out there that he thought were good at one time, you know, trying to make things better. He might not see it the same way, you know, since he's a savior and he probably heard of like different attacks and stuff. But it's going to be interesting to see, you know, is he going to be a villain down the line? But yeah, after these like 2 episodes, these attacks, Negan is going to be so fucking pissed, and it is going to be awesome to watch. I'm going to be fearing for some favorite characters, um, but it's going to be awesome to see like the rage of Negan after like all of these assaults. Um, I'm wondering what's going to happen to Gabriel, because like there's so many things different between the show and the comics. Like there are people alive in the show that died long ago in the comics and vice versa. You know, Daryl doesn't exist in the comics. There's a few characters like that. So I'm honestly not really sure where a lot of things will go. I think they can still surprise me, you know, mixing things up and, you know, figuring out what characters will take, you know, deaths from characters in the comics at this point, or, you know, kind of stuff like that. So yeah, the episode was really action-packed, you know, it had some heartbreaking moments, some gut-wrenching moments. I thought we got to see like a lot of character development, you know, um, like we at least saw some people, you know, being conflicted about, you know, what they're doing, how they're doing it. Hopefully they'll decide to kind of do better from here on out. I don't think Morgan's gonna last. I'm really not sure about Gabriel. Um, I have a feeling something might happen Judith, because I'm also thinking that if that flash forward was real from episode 1, that maybe that could be Gracie, because the teddy bear looks similar. Um, And I don't think Rick is just going to leave a child like at a compound. I'd say that, you know, it'll probably come back to Alexandria or one of the other communities. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next episode. Hopefully seeing Negan's wrath, what happens with Gabriel, and hopefully not an entire battle episode to do with Morales. I haven't seen any trailers or anything, so I have no idea if we saw other characters in the trailer or not. But yeah, thank you for watching. Sorry again about there not being any reaction video, and hopefully there will be no problems on Monday. Thank you for watching. Bye.